Good afternoon, Speedrunners Arena, and welcome to the Casual Weekly for Super Metroid Randomizer. This week, it's a random start with a full countdown kit, with the casual hard, that's later. And good afternoon, it has been a while. I'm Leslie Pro on the commentary, with Reem Octurus doing the tracking, and WJG 999 on the restream. So now the real question is, where are our runners going to start? Because that's also going to play a key role as to what items roll out early game. Like if you start somewhere in Meridia, you're probably getting Morph Ball, Gravity Suit right away. Because it's casual, game has to give you those. As we're getting underway, and we are in Green Bryn Star, and in that number in the top left shows how many major items remain. And a nice Varia randomizer tweak is that starting in Big Pink, you don't have to worry about needing Morph Ball. Because that Morph Tunnel is cleared out. Oh, but speaking of, wall jump up to just outside Mission Impossible, and there's your Morph Ball. Sort of had to be here, or a Charge Missile. Oh hey, speaking of missiles, there's super missiles, so our direction is forced to the right. And we get missiles at Green Hill Zone, which, that seems familiar, but it's also our first pack, so whatever. It's early, so ammo is highly acceptable. Question I have is, how will our runners approach Red Tower? Will they go up or will they go down? It doesn't really matter because you can actually exit either way. Okay, so we have Chrono and Beamer going down, Iron Rusty going up. This is a bit of a tougher strat because those Rippers make going up very hard and no way to clear them other than using a super. Not a fun time. Great Jake opts for a save here, and at Spazer we get power bombs. Looks like Iron Rusty doing a bit of an ammo farm here. Does a good job to not get Vileplumed, and it looks like we are getting a Spore Spawn play out of Break Jake. This is an interesting strategy to me, because he might be expecting an item at Spore Spawn here. Maybe bombs. I mean, if it's not bombs, he has to reset, so he's gonna get some information that our other runners just simply won't have. I did not see what was at Crane Missile, but considering that we only have one major left, I believe it to be a major of some kind. We got Crade. And Iron Rusty's going all the way for the ship. Beamer misses the quick kill, which is unfortunate. It looks like Power Bombs was the item from Spore Spawn, so as a result, Break Jake's going to be able to see a couple more things in Big Pink that other runners have not seen yet, so this could be something. Potentially, but he's doing a bit of a farm here, which makes sense. And Bomb Torizo is giving us an energy tank, but still challenging us to a fight anyway. And it's a very short fight when you have super missiles. Nothing major at charge beams, so now we're going to get... But Kraid was blocking the wave beam, and that is our Kraid area major, not to mention having to beat the boss. So this play that Breakjake just did with the wave gate glitch, nicely done by the way, out of logic, does pay off with the X-ray scope, which leaves one more major in the Green Bryn area. So for Breakjake, not in logic, but for this seed, it's in logic between our runners. And chat pointing out that Kraid, being a boss, is its own separate area. And Blue Bryn is also considered part of Criteria, so that's an interesting little detail there. I might have personally saved going for... I don't think I would have done that right. Uh-oh, Breakjake, you gotta be careful, man. Gets the kill, but does not get a super missile, so won't be able to check Mission Impossible this time, but is able to escape with something a little bit more precious, and that's called your life. And answer chat, yes, there are some graphical changes that can be made with RaceROM generation. So Breakjake hitting the brakes to do some farming as we get a look at Business Center here with supers. And so Upper Norfair having two major items in this seed. It'll be up to our runners to work out the path to find them. But since it's Norfair, there's a little saying we have called always bet on Croc. Because until that number hits 0 for Upper Bryn, I'm guessing it's possible. Unless Crocamire's its own area. This is actual... Alright, thank you, Reem. Yeah, this is actually my first rodeo with full countdown, so bear with me. And Mission Impossible was just the one missile, that's okay. And Old Mother Brain, also a missile. And right now, Iron Rusty is on the climb, and it's a really good climb, too. That is a tough room to optimize, and anyone who says otherwise either got it naturally or hasn't really tried it that much. That's just me. Now we're at the top of Red Tower. And that is a missile packet Alpha Power Bombs. Might as well grab it because you do need ammo until you find charge. Oh, but there is one of two Red Bryn Majors, and that is the Plasma Beam, which paired with Wave is pretty powerful in its own right. And Chrono is gonna skip Spore Spawn altogether, which Breakjake did not, and our other Green Bryn Major was the Spazer Beam. Which, it'll help until you find plasma. That's about it. And beta was missiles, so I think X-ray, through process of elimination, is our final Red Bryn Major. Unless I'm forgetting something. Which, like I said, first rodeo is possible. So Green Bryn's accounted for. Criteria, well, that's one of two, and it is Morph Ball Bombs, which at this point, that'll take the sting off of having to use power bombs for anything that can take a regular bomb. So if a regular bomb is faster, yeah, like I said, also takes the edge off of using power bombs. You know, oh, there's a gravity suit at the back of Gauntlet. Gauntlet is our other major for criteria. Now, here's the real question. When will logic dictate we can get there? Well, OK Beamer is not waiting for logic. Oh wait, logic can dictate you can get there through infinite bomb jump. Beamer did the move that Knucklehead did in our SM Rat series last year, the delayed wall jump to get up to Gauntlet. Not in logic, but very handy to know. And the other part of the equation that we did not know was the energy tank gauntlet item, which was just a pack of missiles. Great mock ball from Chrono. And the rewards here are supers, and energy tank, and another pack of supers. There's gravity suit for Beamer. So yeah, that wall jump is up logic. Okay, good to know. So yes, that wall jump is very much important to know, especially knowing where the logic sits. And Chrono does a moonfall to head towards the Etakun area. And Break Jake gets gravity with more missiles for Chrono. As for Beamer, time for a refill of power bombs. Also a great way to save your progress too. Because I would assume with this pickup, a wrecked ship play is definitely possible. No one's been over there yet, so hard to say what the boss and major item situations look like. Don't get me wrong, you have to beat the boss. But if there's only like one or two major items, you're not going to be there for long. Plus, we already have criteria cleaned out. And Beamer is setting up a gravity jump. So what this is that as you are pulling up the pause screen, you have a certain amount of frames to where you can do a jump input. And what Beamer did there was a crouch jump, which adds pixels to Samus's jump height. And while the menu's up, you turn gravity suit off, you get a lot of momentum going upward. Very fun to do, I might add, and Chrono's about to get the news about what's at the back of Gauntlet. And this is the play to make. So we have a 3 major item wrecked ship. Only thing I can say about that is start looking, starting with Spooky, Energy Tank a good pickup for Phantoon, because that's a fight that can get rough without much energy. And Chrono is using a modified ship sprite, the baby, upside down. That's a very clever touch. I don't know who added that, but I like it. So Phantoon starts out with a fast right away. Let's see how Beamer deals with this. Nice Doppler. I think that was like 8 to 10 shots. It's a fast. Doesn't get the 2 cycle, but fast is the best RNG possible you can get for a Phantoon. Takes it down in a 3 cycle. Very well done. Here comes Break Jake with a Phantoon fight on their end as well. So now with Phantoon down, the rest of Wrecked Ship is our oyster. Let's see where those major items wind up being. Starting with the right super missiles. Just missiles. As Chrono picks up his gravity suit. We just have one more runner to get gravity. As Break Jake's dealing with Phantoon at the moment. Almost has it beat, but without supers, just has to use a regular missile. And there's one of the majors, and that is a good time to find Speed Booster, because not having speed locks one item in this area. And it looks like Chrono's taking an alternate route, probably to Meridia. This may not pay out because whatever's found in Meridia can easily take Chrono away from Speed Booster, and that's a reset from Beamer because Wrecked Ship E-Tank is just a pack of missiles. And it looks like Chrono is doing red tower checks. Not a bad idea because I do believe Plasma Beam to be near. As for right now, Beamer is just getting these robots to move out of the way. Doesn't really matter what you shoot them with, they move at relatively the same pace. That's an energy tank, and Beamer is going to grab that because that brings him up to 3. The bare minimum for beating this game. And that looks very familiar at the speed locked check and wrecked ship, as that is named Wrecked Ship Reserve, because that's what's there. Missiles in the sky being the screw attack. Excellent find for Beamer, and with one major item left, it is time to go bowling. So judging by the looks of things, Chrono only went down to the top of Red Tower to do those checks. Personally, I might have saved those for after Wrecked Ship, but that's just me. Let's see how it works out. And according to the logic posted in chat, Screw puts gravity in logic. So my theory is, since Screw is apparently needed for Gauntlet, if that's the case, then I don't know. Logic being weird. Well, Beamer just got a light. That's Space Jump. So, the three majors at Wrecked Ship: Speed Booster, Screw Attack, Space Jump. I would have thought Bombs would have put Gauntlet in logic. Because my understanding is this: you need at least 8 to 10 power bombs, or you need morph ball bombs, or screw attack. But you still need bombs for part of it, no matter how you slice it. And Iron Rusty has taken Phantoon down. So right now my thoughts are, and this is just me here, conjecturing. We have one major left in Red Bryn. We know it's an X-ray. Space Jump puts that in logic, which could be Varia, which, this logic's already getting messy. Ah, well, it's randomizer. There are ways to work around this one's logic, too. Grapple Beam. We have only seen Business Center. And we don't even have High Jump. So, the way I see it, right now, Varia could be anywhere in Meridia, based off the items we have. That's a speed booster for Iron Rusty. And chat pointing out that logically, yes, Varia can be at Bubble Mountain, which would be gross, but it is possible. But right now, the numbers don't lie, and they favor Meridia heavily. And West Meridia is showing a 0 for majors, but that's not stopping Beamer from doing the main street short charge to get an energy tank. That was very well done, first try. Now, Iron Rusty is keeping the missiles that were found. Now, chat jokes about it being potentially a Shack tool, but That's probably the case because the game knows to be a noun. And Chrono resets, not even bothering with the wrecked ship E-Tank location. Yeah, we have grapple, we have space. So yeah, game could put it anywhere. With West Meridia being no majors, no point in even going to Meridia Beach. What's this? East Meridia showing zeros as well. Morph ball bombs do help make the left sand pit a lot easier. And Break Jake hit the brakes, wants that grapple beam after all. Well, if anything, left sand pit's just easy to check on your way out of Meridia anyway, so even if there isn't anything major there, you could still get super missiles there, and that would be nice. No high jump, no point in going for halfy or full halfy, so just gonna diagonal shine spark up and space jump screw attack across. Does brush up against the piping towards the end of the room, so that'll cost a bit of time. There's screw attack for Iron Rusty. And Break Jake is choosing now to deal with Craig. Well, we've got our first look at a Dragon fight. The strat here, in all likelihood, is going to be barbecued shrimp. It was an energy tank that Craig missed. Nice. Beamer setting up for a quick shock, gets it, and with that, Dragon is done. And Dragon was only hoarding missiles. And there's a Kraid quick kill for Break Jake. That's the first time today that Kraid's been told to sit down. And Chrono grabbed some power bombs on the way out of Meridia, or rather wrecked ship. Getting my areas crossed up here. Whoopsie. No, my brain decided to do an area rando moment on me. super missiles in the left sand pit, and Beamer's gonna grab them, which with more fall bombs, way easier. But oh, and he does a wiggle strat to grab it anyway. Nice. And Breakjake does take a moment to grab the supers at the crab. Yeah, crab supers having supers. Interesting. And now Iron Rusty has picked up the plasma beam. And there was a reserve tank, but Breakjake's like, nah, I'm good. And Beamer's heading into Upper Norfair. It's likely Bubble Mountain at this point, and that's exactly where he's going. And boom goes the dynamite. Is that Bubble Mountain having Varia? I swear this seed knew I was commentating it for the first time in a while, so it's like, let's do something a little bit screwy. I swear the game knows. So the remaining 3 are indeed confined to Lower Norfair. So 3 of the 4 will be any combination of ice, high jump, spring ball, and charge. So now I got a crazy idea for a channel prediction. How about we do a prediction where we see what the remaining Upper Norfair item is between Charge Beam, Ice Beam, High Jump, and Spring Ball. Assuming we see all of those, that is. So right now we've determined that there's... Okay, so according to this, there's 2 major items in Lower Norfair. And yes, commentators do vote on this. Now, I did not see what was the gold Torizo item. Reserve tanks, so yeah. That's fine. Although for Beamer, this might be a go mode. Although I would go and get more ammo, personally. And Chrono has picked up an E-tank. It appears as though Chrono's saving Kraid for last. I actually like this boss strategy for some reason. Now we got two runners flying. Uh-oh. The dangers of a dropped space jump in a room filling with acid, very real, as you are taking a bath and it's gonna hurt. Can't say I know for sure as our runner's bolted right over here. Chrono got hung up on the spikes for a bit, and we got missiles that power bombs. A shame. That's my assumption, so... yeah, I think my poll might have been flawed. And Cathedral and Spring Ball was the item left in Upper Norfair. Wow. So I guess that shuts that prediction right down. Beamer getting the pogos back and forth very nicely. So it's going to take a few missiles here, and I believe that'll do it right there. Just has to get grabbed once Ridley stops pogoing. And now here's Ridley for Chrono. Wow, the Ridley on OK Beamer's side. Oh, I was about to say, it just won't die. Like Persona 3, but I guess that's no longer necessary. Just missiles at Ridley. And chat pointing out that Chrono did not take out Dragon, which I find to be a very interesting decision to make. But Ridley's down for Chrono. Now comes the exit of Norfair. Beamer with a very nice short charge into a speedball. Break Jake trying to get lined up for a green gate glitch. Gets it with one super left. That was cutting it close. Oh, and Rusty missed with the Shine Spark. Oh, and we got ourselves, well, that's an interesting visual effect. And Break Jake's gonna head into Gold Terizo's room, which has a reserve tank, and what's that up top? It is, drumroll please, the Ice Beam. Too bad that wasn't charged, because that would have made this boss a lot easier. And Break Jake's just rage spamming missiles, but not getting any hits whatsoever. Just keep shooting those eggs and keep farming up supers. Now it's a Ridley fight on Iron Rusty's end. Now the only way to get missiles to work on GT is that it basically has to be holding a super, which at that point is just not worth it. Yep, we got a charge sighting. And it was on the exit to Lower Norfair by OK Beamer, so that's a very potent beam combo even without ice. Yep, high jump at Croc, and Iron Rusty has made Ridley a thing of the past. So, at this ammo count for Beamer, and with Ridley beaten, it would not be enough ammo for Mother Brain Phase 1 unless Beamer were to do a speed short charge, which, to describe that as best as it was explained to me, is a stutter 3-tap short charge through a door transition. And it's not an easy thing to do at all. I've tried it, and for some reason I just can't seem to get the timing down. Same with the Ice Zeb skip, but that's for another day, another time. Yeah, charge is fine for Phase 2. Phase 1, not so much. You still have to use ammo. Like, if Charge Beam worked for Phase 1 like it was Metroid Zero mission, that wouldn't be a problem. But that's not the case. And Fire Fleas is an energy tank. Well, that just made a rather interesting graphical appearance. Probably because the text indicating what major items are left in an area probably took its parking space. And Chrono's now heading for Dragon in that area, which with charge is going to be real easy. There's a microwave, which honestly I wish had a use for the main speed run, but not so fast. Yeah, you can refill missiles for Phase 1, but the trick is you'd have to kill the Zebatites, otherwise you've soft-locked. Because I know you can do a Zeb skip to get past with the other way with ice. I don't think you can with speed because there's just not enough room to build up the shine spark. Unless somebody points out that a task can do it. It's like, yeah, it's probably tasks only. And here we go. Powerbomb strats away, Beamer into Turian. And with that charge beam, Break Jake's now heading off to Ridley. Which, in the absence of having enough ammo, charge beam is the way to go, especially when you have the full powered beam. And now we've got Microwave Shrimp on Chrono's end. Although for those of you who are familiar with this game, trying to bomb to get a Metroid off of you in these games is incredibly difficult. So it's a lot easier to just use power bombs to get rid of them. Nice short charge for the main Street E-Tank on Iron Rusty's end, and now Beamer is through the Metroids, and now time for skipping Baby Skip, because that 271 health, probably a bit faster to just do the Baby Skip versus trying to go for it, but I could be wrong. Yep, this damaging down is a Baby Skip. Yep, that's an 11, so next hit goes into the reserve, so it is a skip the Baby Skip, face right to save frames, and you're good to go. And Break Jake is charging the beam for Ridley. And we got ourselves, and Batwoon on Iron Rusty's end just got microwaved. You love to see it. Beamer's setting up for the speed short charge for speed Zeb skip. Doesn't get it first try, so is just gonna open fire with regulars, with supers. Okay, this strat I don't fully understand, but you can still use a couple of supers and regulars mixed in, and well, I guess I can be proven wrong sometimes, and I just got proven wrong, and I will admit it. Beamer got through phase 1. I wasn't sure on the ammo, I will admit. Beamer made it work. That's what counts. Now I believe it's 24 to 28 charge shots with this beam combo for phase 2. And that's a microwave shrimp for Iron Rusty. Did not get Spike Suit, I don't think. Here we go, into the final phase for Beamer. Well, cutscene first. we are coming down the home stretch of this race. With Chrono dropping power bombs to deal with Metroids. Break Jake exiting Lower Norfair in its entirety. Iron Rusty exiting Meridia into Red Tower. This is going to be a very interesting race between the two of them for third on Restream. I think Break Jake will have an easier time in Turian just by virtue of having Ice Beam. Gonna be close on ammo, but I think we'll be okay. Rusty does have the time advantage and extra ammo, though, so we'll see how it all plays out. Also, nice baby looking like on Chrono's end. I swear, the baby has turned into an Ice Fission Metroid from Metroid Prime 1. Kind of amusing, I have to admit. There's the escape sequence for Beamer. Leading it off. Shoot through the gates. And Speed Booster really makes this room here fun. Because you just run along the bottom short charge. You don't run through the maze or anything like that. Which was recommended in, like, Game Pro magazine to run through that maze. Took away finding the fun, but then again, you are in a hurry trying to escape from an exploding planet, so it makes sense. Oh, we got a hero shot. Short range hero shot. Runner info, I will get that in a second. Oh, it's 7 total. And we've got our first one on Restream in the foyer one last time. And Beamer is rounding third, heading for home. Chrono's making sure all his shots do not miss and is through to phase 2. But for Beamer, that's time. Get your GGs in chat for Beamer, who finishes the Casual Weekly in a very fast 52 minutes, 42 seconds. First on Restream, first overall. Chrono just got hit with ketchup, but should be okay. Not taking any chances, though. Getting some extra shots in. That's a good strategy. It is 3. Well, Break Jake hadn't done Dragon, so that close finish, that kind of changes things here. Whoops. I boo-booed there. Meanwhile, Iron Rusty playing jump rope with the Metroids. Very nicely done. Yes, I agree. GG's Beamer. I will say that Varia was definitely a curveball that if this wasn't countdown mode, that would have gotten some runners even worse, I bet. Oh, yeah. Totally fine. And it looks like Rusty went for the skip, missed it. Went for baby skip and whiffed it. Yeah, hate to see it. Great effort, just didn't happen. Okay, and now the baby is turning neon pink to neon purple. No Croc in my area today, so we did not bet on Croc. Yes, definitely a wave Metroid, I will agree. Although I'd say some sort of ice wave hybrid. And we are now joined by OK Beamer, GG. Nice
Hey,
done with this seed.
thanks for the GGs and GGs everybody else. I see Chrono is reasonably close to me. I'm a guess Chrono did pretty much more or less the same things as me, just in a different order. Maybe something. Oh, he got Spacer. Where did he find that one?
That one was at the Etikun Super Missile area.
Oh, so Chrono did clear Brimstone. I see. And then the other item there probably was X-Ray.
Actually, no, the other major item was Scrapple Beam. No, that was Red Brain. Never mind.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, fun seed. I was super nervous in my bot room fight. Came in there with 18 supers and close to no missiles, and that had me really scared there. And after 0 East Meridia, I made the decision to do that safe scum. Check the one item that can be in Bubble Mountain, and that was Varia. And at that point, I knew I was in contention for winning this.
Yeah, that was definitely the play there, no doubt about it. So one thing I'm curious about, your thoughts on how this mode differs to other ways of playing the Super Metroid Varia randomizer.
I am, in general, a fan of full randos, but I kind of like when there's something to make you have less decisions. Let's put it this way, and this helps in that. I still like to this day the SM Red settings a lot. Also, just casual settings, and in those settings, full rando is always fine in my opinion. But when you've got a harder skill set like the season races, stuff like that, then there can just be so much open to you, so many item checks, and I don't like that so much. So this game mode, full countdown, I like it. I really like it a lot. You can make a lot of decisions in this one. You can bet on finding charge beam. You can keep clearing stuff to find more ammo if you want. So that's always a good thing. Choices are always good. Chrono with the real GG, saving the animals.
GG's saved the animals and finished second on Restream with a time of 57:56. Let me check the race time room real quick.
Also second there.
Yep, second there. Also, I have to approve of his choice of icon, Starman Super from Earthbound. Love that game.
Oh, I would have never recognized that. Earthbound is the only JRPG I've ever finished in my life, just because it was such a trip to play through that one. It was great. So yeah, I definitely approve too.
And it looked like Iron Rusty did some stand-up glitch strats. Which sped up the final phase of Turian. And Chrono in chat says, I thought I had a chance to beat Beamer this time, but he taught me everything I know about that area location.
Yeah, sorry, Chrono. Unfortunately for you, I also made the correct choices in this one.
Yeah, the way that seed was routed, I mean, as soon as you got to Terminator and got bombs, I'm assuming that's when Gauntlet officially entered logic between power bombs and being able to get up there with IBJ. If I'm reading the logic right, that is. And then gravity led to Wrecked Ship either that way or logically through Bubble Mountain. I'm not exactly 100% sure, as Break Jake is trying for the bane of my existence in going for the Ice Zeb skip. No matter how many times I try that, I never hit it, which is why I call it that.
Oh, Jake, he's so low on health again. He's infamous for dying at some point. We've known each other for a while now.
Honestly, I'd go back and refill here. That's just me.
Oh, the beam combo is still fine. But he just has to get this now.
That's a GG for Iron Rusty.
GG's. Yeah, third place. All right, Leslie. Thank you very, very much for comms. It's way too
Hey,
rare
this was
we
fun,
get
and it
those.
was a good learning experience for me too.
Great.
I might have to try this mode out personally at some point. So instead, Break Jake just pulls out the speed Zeb skip and gets it first try.
Yeah, that's the second thing he's known for. All right, I'm a head out. Thanks for everything. Thanks, WJG, as always, and take care, everybody.
All right, have a good one. GG's. And with that, Break Jake is now our final runner on Restream, taking on Mother Brain. It's just 20 shots with the full beam combo. But this is dicey. Has to avoid basically everything here. Uh-oh, Eaton charge, not good. Watch that catch-up. Woo! Okay, he's fine. He's clear. Oh, jeez. Break Jake, you are making me sweat over here. That was close. If he had gotten catch-upped or taken basically any amount of damage there, he would have gone below the 3 energy tank minimum needed to survive the first rainbow beam. And that would have been a death. Meanwhile, off Restream, our fourth place finisher, Zero Lane, with a time of 102.15. Now it's time for the final phase for Break Jake. Very good shooting in this final phase by Break Jake, up close and personal too, which is a great lag reduction strat. And now just spamming a whole ton of Morph Ball bombs. Okay, minor hiccup there. Those things happen from time to time. So no worries there. Break Jake is through into criteria for the final time. Gets the behemoth spark. Doesn't get it all the way up, but gets it up far enough. No, nothing self-destructed this time. I mean, I have stories I could tell of things self-destructing, like the first Throne Controllers Live. I'm there in the audience when the challenge laptop goes blue screen of death. And everybody's just laughing because it's typical Proton John luck, who, I saw what Break Jake was going for there. He was going to try and shine Spark out of the room, but bonked. That would have looked so cool, too. You hate to see it. But anyway, typical, one of the things that happens with Proton John is something breaking. So the laptop going blue screen of death just seemed on par for the course, so we were all laughing. It was hilarious. Anyway, get your GGs in chat for Break Jake, who brings us home on Restream with a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes. Bear with me. And 17 seconds. So 66-17. That was a good run from all 4 of our runners on Restream today. As the credits roll on Break Jake's end, please be sure to give all 4 of our featured runners a follow. They put on a heck of a show for us this week, as well as toss me or anyone behind the scenes a follow if you feel so inclined. Myself, I do a number of different randomizers as well, and Super Metroid is one of those. It's on a bit of a hiatus, but it'll come back soon enough. Maybe sometime before we get to our next SM Rat tournament. I don't know. Might be one coming soon. We'll see. Hey, I gotta be honest, this was my pleasure. Real fun to do this and provide a voice for this week. I wish I could do this every week, but that's just not the reality because I know work has kept me away for a bit and life's gonna take me away next week, so I would love to see somebody step up for next week for sure. And it is, like I said, this was my pleasure. This was a lot of fun. And yes, I would definitely do this again for sure, without a doubt. And with that, I do believe we are just about done for today here. So, on behalf of our 4 restreamed runners, Chrono One, Break Jake, OK Beamer, and Iron Rusty, Tracker, Remuck Tourist, and everyone behind the scenes at Speedrunners Arena, I'm Leslie Pro. Stay kind, stay safe, and we'll see you next mission.